Welcome to the Radiate Wellness Podcast. I'm your host, Christy Clemens Hoffman. Each week we will discuss tools, tips, and ways to radiate your best life ever, interviewing practitioners, authors, and luminaries to help you on your path. Wellness, joy, peace, abundance. What do you want to radiate? Hi, this is Christy, your host for the Radiate Wellness Podcast. And on behalf of the other Radiate Wellness practitioners and myself, we hope you're enjoying this podcast. Every week there's something new and different to be informative, to hopefully inspire you, and to let you know what's available and out there that you can radiate in your life. But we have 3 asks for you. Just 3 simple asks. Really very easy. First, wherever you're listening, however you're listening, right now, whether it's on Apple Podcasts on your iPad, maybe YouTube on your phone, or maybe Google Play on your Android device, however you're listening to us, wherever you're listening to us, please just hit the subscribe button or follow button or whatever it is on whatever you're listening on. Just hit that button that lets you know when we're going to have a new episode out and when that's published. So thanks for that. The second ask, and also while you're listening right now, you don't even have to get up. Just wherever you can, leave maybe 5-star review. Or maybe just a few words of, hey, this is a great podcast. I really enjoy it. Great guest, yada, yada, yada. So whatever you're listening on, wherever you're listening, just, however you can give us a thumbs up, a like, whatever it is. We'd appreciate that. So the first 2 asks have to do with helping others to find our podcast. So when someone goes to their favorite platform for podcasts, and believe me, podcasting is really huge right now. But when we have more likes, more subscribes, more listeners, then it helps people find us. So if they're looking for wellness, if they're looking for just ways to live better, to think better, to do better, be better, then they'll find us a lot more easily. Now the third ask. The third ask is going to ask just a little bit more of you, but honestly not much, and that is to tell your friends. So your friends, your neighbors, your coworkers, your babysitter, your mail carrier, your dog walker, you get the idea. But just tell people about the Radiate Wellness Podcast. Whenever the conversation turns around to podcasting, then you can just drop us in. Or just let them know, hey, I discovered this new podcast that we really enjoy. So just let your friends know. Better yet, show them how to find us. Take their tablet, their phone, their device, whatever. May I? And then boop, boop, boop. Find our Radiate Wellness Podcast and show them how to listen. If we do those 3 things, if everyone did those 3 things, we would more than double our audience. And more people would be able to be inspired and informed by our podcast. Hi, I am so excited to have this dynamic duo, the Bari dynamic duo, of Linda Donaldson and her daughter Kiley W. Bowles, a.k.a. the BariGirls. Now, this is not berry as in strawberry or blueberry, is it?
No, it's not.
No, what is the Bari for?
Bariatric.
Yes.
Bariatric surgery. Can you believe these 2 ladies have had bariatric surgery and lost a combined total? What do you think?
It has to be at least close to maybe 300.
Yeah.
That is amazing. Looking at you now,
Yes.
you are fit, you are glowing, you are absolutely radiant.
Love it.
You are so positive and beautiful.
Thank you.
Beautiful. So, but that's been a long journey.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Kylie is 10 years out. I am 5 years out, but the journey started even before we actually had the surgeries.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
The journey was realizing we needed help, and the road to getting there was a long one as well.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, sorry.
So Kylie, this started for you 10 years ago.
Yes, it did.
How did you know you were ready to make this big change?
The knee pain. My knee pain and the fact that I tried all the diet plans and, I went to my doctor. I was doing the things that he asked me to, but honestly, I had to accept the fact I had no self-control.
Oh,
I had no self-control. And so for me to feel that pain in my knees and to know that 1 pound takes, I don't know, so much pressure off your knees, it's crazy. And I said, I have to do something or I'm going to fail. I'm going to lose my life. I'm going to lose my life. I'm going to die before 25 if I don't do something.
Right, because you were 22.
22.
22.
320 pounds. That should not happen.
No.
That is not okay.
Right.
So.
And you had tried many times.
Oh, yeah. You know, the famous diets, all the fad diets, and, you know, everything. Everything. Pills, everything.
Right. And had you had much success?
Oh, you know, you would lose a little bit, and then you gain a little bit, and then you'll gain more back than what you lost. Mm-hmm. So it made it very, very, discouraging in the fact that I was already suffering from depression because of my weight.
Right.
Didn't help. So this was just continued horrible cycle of just sadness.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
And then in addition to her stress about her weight issues, I had lost my sister and my mom like 2 months apart.
Oh, no.
So it was just a series of bad situations
just
and
horrible
events.
events.
And then what do we do when we're sad, we're depressed, we're in grief? We eat.
That's
Right?
right.
You know,
Yes,
everybody comes in and brings us a casserole.
Yes, they do.
Absolutely.
Everything is surrounded by food. Everything is food.
Yes.
Every event, every positive event, negative event, everything is surrounded by food.
Mm-hmm. Birthdays, cake, wedding,
Everything.
cake, anniversary, everything.
Everything.
Super Bowl.
Right.
Yeah, everything.
Right.
Even family just quit, small family gatherings or game nights is still surrounded by food.
Yeah.
So I had to get some control.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
I felt like you just couldn't control it.
I could not control anything.
Well, I know when it's out there and it's available, it's hard to do that. So you knew you needed some help.
Yes.
And Linda, for you, what was your cue that you needed help?
Well, I am a 20-plus year type 1 diabetic, and the thought of diabetic complications mortifies me. So I just needed to do everything in my control, to avert those complications. And being overweight was a huge factor.
Oh,
It
yes.
was huge factor.
Huge factor. And diet, too. Let me put this up a little closer.
Absolutely.
Diet as well. And so after you've lost all of the weight, do you still have some of the issues with diabetes?
Yeah, as a type 1, I will always take insulin, but I do take a much lower amount because my portions are smaller, and I'm much more selective with what I eat.
Mm-hmm.
Well, and I think that, what I've heard is that with the surgery, so much of it is education and having to learn what you can eat and how. So can you tell me a little bit about that?
Yes, so since this is my life, I have completely transformed everybody in the household's life.
Absolutely.
Okay? So if you don't want to eat what I've made, that's just tough. You can eat that burger outside in the car. Okay?
Good.
But no one does that.
But no one does that.
Because
I've educated myself on what the do's, the don'ts, the haves, the have-nots of bariatric surgery. I have made it my mission to educate myself so I can educate others on all of these. You nurture, protect, and respect your body. So I've learned about foods and spices. I've gotten down to, the certain broths to use and, what gives us acid reflux, things like that. I've educated myself on that so that way I can put together things and meals for bariatrics and for my family.
Yes.
Well, in your website, BariGirls.com, BARI girls.com,
Yes.
has, I tell you, it's the most positive thing I've seen in a long time. There's recipes.
Yes, ma'am.
There's video clips. There's advice. There's go girl
Yes.
type of stuff. How did you get to be the BariGirls and empower people?
I saw something, it was 3 months after surgery. So it
Which was 10 years ago.
Which was 10 years ago, August 3rd, 2009.
That's my birthday.
No way.
Yes, not the 2009 part, but
Oh my goodness. That's the
your
day I will
birthday
never
is
forget.
my birthday.
I will never forget that day.
That's true.
That was when
I
you
love that.
became the new
You're going to
you.
make me cry.
Aww.
So I can't go.
Well, she got the thought because as she was transforming her mind and body, she's like, how can I not share this with others? I have learned so much, and I have a new source of happiness.
Oh
my
goodness.
God.
And that's why she's like, I
Yes.
have to share it with others.
But how long did it take you to get to that happiness part?
Oh, I was finding happiness. I found happiness right after surgery because I knew I would never be the same. I did. Right after surgery, after the pain of the gas. Okay.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're
was-
talking about the gas they fill you up with.
yes.
Oh, let
It
me
gets
just
up in
tell
your
you.
shoulders.
It was
and-
horrible. I was just like, oh, something's wrong. Something's wrong. She was, no, you're fine.
The
You're
nurse
fine.
was like,
I said, I'm
no.
hitting the button. It's not working. The pain
You're
button.
gonna have to walk and get that moving around.
Yes. And
she-
so it was a couple of days after that. And once I got home, I realized my life is about to change. And I'm going to take advantage of this tool and I'm going to use it to the best of my ability. And I promised my bariatric doctor, I said, I am not going to let you down. I guarantee it.
Wow.
And I have not let him down since.
yes.
That must have been an inspiration for you, Linda.
Oh my gosh, I just was so proud of her to take control because I knew she was overweight, but so was I. And I just, like her, I'd gone to different places and taken shots, all these things to lose weight.
Exactly.
But just to see her determination, I had never seen her so determined. I was like, I have to do this as well because I need to be around for her. I need to because she's an only child and
Yes.
we have we don't have a large family, so I just needed to do that.
Be
And,
healthy for her.
and it's just amazing how much Kiley has taught me. If I stall on losing weight, Kylie's
Yeah.
like, all right, what are you eating? What are you drinking? And she's like, you're not getting protein from this and that. I mean, she really knows her stuff.
Nice. You really have educated yourself.
Oh,
Your
yeah.
your website is full of information.
Thank you.
It's an excellent resource if somebody ever wants to consider bariatric surgery. I mean, it's not for everybody.
Right.
No.
Right.
No.
And that's the thing. It's not. This is a, worst case scenario, last resort. I've tried everything. I've tried everything for years, not for months.
Yes.
I've tried this for years.
Yes.
I've been overweight, I don't know, since I was 13?
Yes.
So it's years that I've been trying all these fat diets and these popular diets and these meal plans and things from the doctor. It didn't work.
Exactly.
Because I needed mental self-control. And I knew if I could not get it, if I couldn't get it in there all the way, all of my food I wanted,
Yeah.
I knew mentally, like, okay, I can't eat anymore. I'm going to be in pain. I'm going to throw up. I'm going to end up in the hospital. I'm going to end up back at the doctor. My stitches, things like that. So
Yeah.
I put the fear of failure in me
I see.
to motivate me to be
Right.
successful with bariatric surgery.
So you had that reminder. You knew how you would feel if you would
And I didn't want to be
Not-
depressed anymore.
know. It almost sounds like you were talking about filling the stomach. It's like filling a hole inside,
It was. You're absolutely right. I
right?
never thought of it that way, but you're right.
So about the age of 13, what do you think happened that started you down that road?
I think it was after pageantry. I was doing pageants and stuff.
Oh. Mm-hmm.
And one
her
summer
father.
alone,
Your
and my
father
father
passed.
passed away.
Oh.
And
yes.
it was just a avalanche of pain and just grief.
Yes.
Yes.
And it was a summer of eating.
And that was the first summer that I had her staying at home alone without going to
So I
a
just
sitter or
go
anything.
to the kitchen,
So,
get my stuff, knew how to cook.
yeah.
And boredom has a lot to do with
Yes,
it
a lot of
does.
Nickelodeon and a lot of snack food.
Right.
And see, and again, at that point, me as the parent, didn't know, okay, stack it with this and that, stack it with the things that won't cause that issue.
Right.
So,
Well, you were going through your own grief too.
well, that is true.
You
That
were
is
in
true.
pain as well.
Mhm.
I think we overlook our sources of pain and the amount of pain that we're in, and just in the interest of forging on and
Yes.
carrying on,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Until
Right.
you say enough.
Exactly.
Exactly.
You have to put your own foot down and really just say you're done. And I had to say it. I said I'm done. I'm done. I have to move forward. I have to have a life. I can't be depressed. I need to be human. I need to feel in touch with myself. I need to know my body.
Yeah.
And that's what I've
Yes.
Wow. That's an interesting choice of words to say I need to feel human again.
done.
You must have been
I was very depressed.
very depressed.
Very depressed. Lots of medication, to suicidal thoughts. It was that bad of me being overweight and just scared of dying. But I knew it was gonna happen if I didn't grab hold of my life again.
You know what it sounds like? It sounds like you were born to do this.
Oh, I totally agree. It's just amazing how educationally she's become. She's just a sponge for educating the masses, including myself. I mean, Kylie's like, okay, let's try kale, let's try tofu, but I'll make it more appealing. I'll put nutritional yeast. I'm like, what?
What?
She's just like, I don't know about that.
So
We're gonna eat yeast. What?
and even on our Instagram page, which is Bari Dynamic Duo.
Yes.
A very dynamic duo. I love it.
Yes.
She gives these pointers about just anything, whether it's sweet potatoes
yes, the benefits of sweet potatoes, the benefits of cauliflower,
yes.
the benefits of everything that I cook with, I make it count some way.
Yes.
I always make it count.
Yes.
Okay?
Love
no matter
it.
what, down to the spices, the oils, the food, even the water you drink.
Yes.
I infuse
Yes.
water.
Right.
If you don't want to drink the water I have, how about you just go home for the day? And think about what you've done and just try again tomorrow.
So what is this magic water you drink?
It is a natural detox. It is infused with cucumber, one full cucumber, one full kiwi, one full lemon, and one full lime. Okay.
Wow.
Let it sit overnight. It lasts about a week. You can start to notice you losing weight and detoxing within 2 to 3 days.
And it
Yes.
sounds delicious.
It is absolutely
Oh.
delicious. The more it sits, the better it gets.
And it really,
Yeah.
that's right.
I like that. The more it sits, the better it gets.
Oh,
Yes,
that's pretty great.
Might trademark that.
Always thinking.
Well, yeah, besides being determined and being smart about this, I mean, it's like you're really savvy. Both of you are so savvy. And full disclosure, I met Linda at the Good Living Expo.
Yes.
Which was a great expo.
Oh my
I
gosh.
Did you go,
Yes.
Kiley? I didn't see you there.
I was too busy sniffing soaps and all that natural soaps and stuff.
I know. It was the best expo to learn about things that are good for you
Yes.
and how to live good and
Yes.
everything. So
excellent.
immediately, Linda and I just hit it off.
I
I was like, you've got a spark that I need.
I was just drawn to you. I'm like, oh my God, what's going on here?
I know, right? We just like immediately became friends.
Yes.
And so I was just so happy to have you guys on the show because I do feel like what you're doing is a mission. You're on a mission from God.
Yes,
And
ma'am.
a mission for
Yes, ma'am.
life and positive growth and change, right? So you collectively lost a lot of weight.
Oh, man.
What are some of the unintended consequences, some surprising consequences, do you think, of making that change?
Well, I some of the unexpected is just that we become for information to help other people. I mean, people will say, "Oh, I saw this or that," and I mean, it's just far-reaching. It's turned out to be much more far-reaching than I ever thought it could be. And now we have an opportunity to be on Fox 4 monthly.
That is
So we'll have
great.
episodes talking about whether it's cooking or exercise or
Spices, oils,
yeah, all of those great things, and where to shop as you're losing weight. That would be, and all these things would be cost effective because we're not rich. So we try to, whether it's the things that we cook or buy, we all want it to be cost effective because it's tough times. So.
Right, and you want people to be successful.
That's right. And
Right.
that's the only way to be successful. We have lots of tips,
And we have a positive outlook on it, because
Yes.
if you feel you're failing, we can definitely get you back on track.
that's right.
Yeah, you definitely put a hand up to everybody who visits and everybody who meets with you. Just a hand up
Yes.
to pull them up
Yes.
and lift them up.
You know, to the point to where, you know, we go to people's houses and we cook for them as well.
God.
Yes, we do that.
And just to kind of show them and let them get the feel of
Give
how
them
to
a
cook this
jumpstart.
healthy stuff.
Yeah, just show them that they can do it, and here's
Exactly.
how.
And you know,
Love it.
the power of spaghetti squash, or the power of kale, the power of tofu. And people are just,
Yes.
you know, they get so scared about that word tofu, but when
Right?
they taste it, they're just like, this tastes
My
like chicken.
favorite.
And you put a dipping sauce, you know, and things like
That she
that.
makes.
So I make my own, you know, learning to make your own sauces and dressings. Having things come from, you know, knowing what you put into it, knowing what you put, the
Less
ingredients.
process.
Less process. Yes, that's it.
Ingredients you can pronounce.
Hello.
Well, and a lot of people have problems with being regular.
Right?
And eating
yes.
less processed and fresher
Yes.
foods allows a person to have more regularity. I mean,
Yes.
that is
Good digestion.
it's good digestion. It's a problem for millions of people, and this is one way to help without having to go to the doctor. Which you still need to go to the doctor for
Yes.
issues.
Definitely.
But this is one way that you can help yourself to getting on the road to regularity.
On the road to good health overall.
Overall,
Obesity is an epidemic, and it has
Total.
so many consequences.
Yes, yes.
So many health and mental consequences, you know, on your energy levels, on your metabolism, your hormone levels, because fat stores
oh my
hormones.
goodness, yes. Yes.
Yeah, did you find that as well?
Yes, and you know, the body really changes. It really changes after surgery.
Sure.
You know, within the first 90 days, you can really see a change in your cycle,
Oh,
your menstrual, your whole body changes.
See, that's an unintended consequence there. So your cycle changes. Were you
know,
regular before?
I was regular before, but it was kind of wonky. It was
Yeah.
very wonky.
Yeah.
It took about 6 months for it to really get on track. And a lot of, you know, those are things that people don't tell you or they don't pay attention to.
Who thinks of that?
My eyesight changed.
What?
Yeah. Yeah, my eyesight, at first it wasn't balanced out. Now it's balanced out. Like I said, my head shrunk.
Oh my gosh.
I lost a shoe size.
That's amazing.
Yeah,
You
I was
can-
a 10. Now I'm a 9.
Oh my gosh.
It's like almost, it feels like my body, my bones have almost shrunk.
Sure.
Almost. Like, it's just amazing, this whole transformation. And then, you know.
and eating healthier also helped with her complexion.
My
Oh, yes.
So she had quite a bit of acne, and as she was
And I revamped and
detoxing,
detox.
Oh, isn't that
so total
amazing?
unexpected with the.
And that's what the water will do too.
Sure.
Yes.
To help with it's just,
Yes.
my
And
body
again-
loves it.
Your recipe for the water.
1 cucumber, 1 kiwi, 1 lemon, 1 lime, 1 big gallon of water.
Love it. Put
Cut
in
it
a
all
big
up,
jug.
throw it all
Slice
in there.
it up.
Slice it up,
Slice it.
throw it in there. Throw it all in there, skin and all in there.
Skin and all.
Skin and all. And by the way, you can actually eat the skin off the kiwi. You can eat the kiwi
Right.
just like that.
Nice.
Yes.
And a lot of
The
times
skin is,
people peel it.
they peel it. That's great fiber, people. Don't
Right.
put that in the disposal.
Right. That's good
Eat
fiber.
that. Eat
Right.
that. If you don't want to eat it, give it to your dog.
Dogs can eat it?
It's just fine.
Nice.
Just fine. It's just fiber.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, and delicious. Kiwis are delicious.
Exactly.
Crazy delicious.
Yes, they are.
And you know what I've discovered with Kylie saying, "Here, eat the kiwi." I
just
discovered
tell her to eat it.
gives me that little sweet that
Yes.
that I
You
want.
might want
So
chocolate.
it's very
Oh.
satisfying. Instead of eating chocolate,
Yeah.
then eat a kiwi, and then you do have that sweetness fulfilled.
And the seeds are awesome for your body.
Kiwi seeds,
They
they are.
are.
Yeah, full
So
of
just get it
antioxidants.
all in there, and it's just wonderful. So I'll
Nice.
just cut up and say, here you go.
yes.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I love kiwi.
And it doesn't take a lot for me to, so the psyche is amazing. So
Oh,
it's like
yes.
I'm eating a piece of chocolate and it's kiwi and it's so yummy and it's so sweet. and it doesn't raise my blood sugar. So
Exactly.
it's like, yes.
Yes. Well, I love that you touched on mindset, because I do want to talk about that a little bit, because I think that is so important, and maybe why some people fail.
Oh, man.
There is a meme that I absolutely love. We posted it on the Radiate Wellness Facebook page. It says, you can eat the kale, you can drink the alkaline water, you can do the yoga, but if you don't take care of what's in your heart and your head, you're still unhealthy. And again, you two ladies are the most positive women I would ever want to come across.
Oh, well, I'm just so happy you're part of our Bari family.
I am very happy.
Surgical weight loss starts above the mouth.
It does.
It starts above the mouth.
Above the mouth. Yes.
Right. How did you prepare then above the mouth to go through this surgery?
I did a research on the surgery before, and my aunt had the surgery, I think, like 15 years prior to me, and she failed at it. And I saw the pain and the disappointment on her face,
right?
And
She
from
banked
the family,
all her hopes on it.
Exactly, and the family was upset that she gained it back. So I was like, I'm not going to fail. I want that, but I'm not going to fail. So I determined, I was like, I'm going to figure out what I can eat, what I can't eat. I'm going to make this work. So you have to mentally tell yourself, this is your last hope. Get it together. Because you are a heartbeat away from a heart attack.
At that weight, absolutely.
You're going to die. Diabetes. You don't want to get anything amputated. You don't want to go through that. Hypertension.
And all that comes with
and
that.
It's just horrible. The depression is what scared me. I could not go back to that.
No.
And seeing a psychologist.
Yes, you do
It's
have to see
also
a
a
psych
requirement
That's a good
when
idea.
insurance companies are paying for the surgery. That is
Right.
a requirement to talk to someone. And I found that it should be more than just one visit. It should be ongoing.
You should have support all the way through.
And hopefully we will get to the point to where they would seek us for that support.
That would be
I
great.
love it.
Seeking us for, okay, you need to go to the BariGirls because this is part of your requirements in
To be
building your
successful.
mental strength. You need to be strong.
Right.
Thanksgiving, birthdays, you have to be strong.
Yes.
You go for the fruit. Sniff the cake. I sniff a lot.
Of course.
I sniff.
You know what? That is very satisfying.
I do.
I find that when I'm cooking, I'm smelling everything, and then I'm not really that hungry.
So true.
Exactly.
Right?
Or you're eating small portions and then you're still satisfied, right?
Right.
Yes.
Side note, use a saucer, not a plate.
Use a saucer, not a plate. I like that.
I teach all my berries that. Saucer, not a plate.
Yes.
Right. And you can fill it up, and it looks very satisfying.
I only allow them to fill it up if you're not a bariatric patient. If you are a bariatric patient, you're going to portion control around that circle.
Okay. Awesome.
But if you're not weight loss patient, then you have a little bit more freedom, but you still stay on the saucer.
Yeah.
Right.
No
See,
seconds.
No seconds.
And no seconds. You can have infused water before and after.
Well, then that fills you up.
There you go. You see where I'm going.
See where you're going with that. And it's satisfying, so you're not tempted so much. See, I think you guys have a real career here as bariatric coaches.
Yes.
Totally.
We're Bari Girl approved. We're very ready for the world. Bring it on because I am not going to let you fail.
I love. Now, did you know you had this determination before the surgery?
You know, I told my mother, I've always told her I was never meant to be overweight. And I said, I don't know why, but it was like overnight I developed this website. It was like he came to me, he was like, you need to do this now.
He being spirit. Yep.
And I did it. Originally, it was called My Bariatric Family.
Oh, I like that.
And then we revamped it, and it was when my mom got involved. She's like, okay, now, we're a dynamic duo. You really whipped me into shape, Kiley. She's like, I'm sore. I don't like these exercises, but thank you.
You like feeling good.
Exactly.
I do like
it
feeling good.
gets addictive to feel good.
And that's what I got
It's
her.
empowering too.
And so that's
It's
why
very
I had
empowering to know that.
changing the name to Dynamic Duo and you know, still working and building up this growing bariatric family. I have this growing tree, and I am the seed from the tree.
I like that.
And this is a really strong oak tree here, people.
Yeah, she's the oak
Okay,
tree,
I got
branch, and then her
branches.
leaves.
You know, you can hold on to one branch, and I got you. I have enough strength to hold you.
You do.
And to
Literally.
make you and to
Have you
push
gotten a hug from her? Literally.
No, I hadn't got a hug from you yet.
Well,
It's a little bear hug, so I
A berry hug?
No, it's a berry bear hug.
A berry bear hug.
oh my gosh.
There you go. Y'all have fun. I love it. I think that is so. It is like so necessary to have fun with whatever you're doing.
Yes.
And you really are. You live this life to the
Yes,
fullest.
we do.
You totally rock it.
Yes.
And Kylie, you never would have been able to discover this potential in you and this growth if you hadn't been so overweight.
I know.
That's right.
I know. That was the struggle. So he had to put me through a struggle to get me to to make a change in other people's lives.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, I've always told people it is my mission to educate, motivate, and improve bariatric patients before and during and after bariatric surgery. That is my goal. That is my passion, and that's what I'm here for.
Oh man,
I love this.
Mm-hmm.
I love it.
Right. Well, and you have discovered these newfound strengths, and maybe lost some things along the way too.
Yes, unfortunately, you know, things have happened to where been divorced. You know, not everybody's very accepting of the transition.
Isn't that amazing?
And yeah, I think it comes a lot from self.
Well, because you
Self-esteem.
changed, and you were no longer the person you were.
I wasn't a buffet girl.
No.
I was more of oh, there's a buffet. See, I'm running past you. I'm running past, you know.
Well, and you had a low self-esteem.
It was horrible.
Exactly.
It was
So
horrible. So
And so some people can't deal with someone who's got an emerging and very strong sense of self-esteem.
Which
it's
I
a
learned.
challenge.
I
You learned
learned.
that.
it was hard.
Did you lose any other friends along the way?
No,
because of
it
that?
was just the main one that actually counted in life with the
Absolutely.
child. Yeah.
I know. That's really unfortunate.
And even though, you know, you try to help transition, you can't have that bad berry, that sour berry in your ear. You can't have that. You can. It's a bitter berry that you have to get rid of. That is the most disgusting taste in your mouth.
Absolutely.
I had to cleanse myself of that after trying. I tried.
Of course.
So I cleansed myself, and honestly, it has opened up a door. It has opened up my eyes, and I'm able to change lives. And this is what matters.
Absolutely. Now, Linda, did you ever dream that you would be doing something like this?
I did not. I was just so focused on trying to get better as a type 1 diabetic. I just wanted to be okay in that regard and not have complications. And then the fact that I am the face of St. Luke's Health System's
Bariatric program.
bariatric program.
So the face of St. Luke's bariatric program.
Yes.
You're the cover girl.
Yes,
You're
she
the
is.
spokesmodel.
Yes, she is. Yes, she is.
How did that come about?
Well, they were quite appreciative of the referrals that Kiley had.
Sure.
given. Kiley had referred, I don't know, probably 18 people. And they
Yes.
were like, okay, let's follow your mom's journey to show that
Because-
that this is possible and the change that it allows people to make.
Oh my
So
gosh.
they could get me at the very beginning
Right.
and followed me through. So I've got, episodes on YouTube about, it was called Go Linda, Go Life.
Go Linda, Go Life. And that is your channel?
Yes.
That
was
on
Go
YouTube,
Linda, Go
on
Life.
YouTube. That's the episode.
Nice. We'll put links to those in our show notes.
Okay, awesome.
And to the BariGirls website. So you're now on YouTube and you're doing Fox 4.
Yes.
Both of you do the Fox 4
Yes.
segments? Awesome. This is in Kansas City, of course. I think you can, we have listeners around the world. So, but they can go like probably on the Fox 4 website to see that.
Yes,
But all your
most
stuff
definitely.
is all your stuff is going to be on your website
most
anyway,
definitely.
right?
Yes.
So they can watch your progress and just get coaching. So do you actively work with clients? Do you do people sign up to work with you, or how does this
yes,
work? They
we
do.
do.
Awesome. So you provide coaching.
Yes,
You
we
do.
do.
Okay.
Yes.
That is awesome.
BariGirl approved coaching.
Excellent.
Yes.
Oh, that's
It's
wonderful.
so very good.
And I really discipline you. Mother, yours is,
Right?
that was clever. That was
That was
great.
good.
That was good.
Bum.
You have to have fun in what you
Yes.
do.
Yes.
I can just imagine before all this transformation, you probably didn't have as big as smiles,
No.
No, we did
What was a
not.
smile?
right?
What was the teeth? What was showing your teeth? What was
Right.
smiling?
Right.
Those muscles work?
Yeah, absolutely. And it's something about eating right and making better health choices that you feel empowered.
Bet.
Yes.
I'll bet. I know so many people are they just don't even know where to start because they feel so bad.
Yes.
Outside,
They do.
inside,
They do.
up and down. They do.
do.
So how would somebody get started to make this transformation?
Detox.
Okay. Tell me
Right.
more.
But it's in regard to a surgery or
Well,
just being have
Let's
a better
start
relationship
first
with food.
with let's start first with the relationship with food.
Detox your body.
Detox your body.
Do the infused water
Yes.
that I
Right.
mentioned.
Cucumber, kiwi, lime, lemon. Awesome.
That's it.
And that's it.
Lemon, lime, cucumber, kiwi.
That's it.
Nice. Okay, detox.
Yes,
it.
detox. You put that in
Slice
your body.
them.
And give up your soda.
Oh my God, yes.
Give it up. Give it up. I'm sorry, and give up your sweet teas as well, because those are
Yes.
horrible as well. Your energy
Still
drinks,
sugar. Oh, yeah.
you know,
energy
things like
drinks.
that. Try to remove the carbonation.
Right.
Okay? So like I said, within a couple of days, you will see a difference. Actually, within the first 24 hours, your body will start kind of cleansing and pushing all that junk out.
Yes.
Yeah, well, and sometimes detoxing your body, it makes you feel some aches and pains and sluggishness and
I
things.
noticed that it does.
Yeah, and your skin
It
gets worse
does.
before it gets better.
It does. And the one thing with the cucumber is that it helps replenish that.
Oh, that's good.
So the cucumber really helps with your skin tone. And so that, and the lemon and the lime helps with the elasticity. So, you know, it's all is in there.
Yeah.
So it's really going to help. You will see a lot of the aches, but not as bad.
Good.
Not as bad, because the water is helping with that achiness in your muscles.
Right, and flush all the toxins
Exactly.
out.
Flushing the toxins.
That
Absolutely.
too. You know, what do they tell you after massage? Drink lots of water, flush your toxins.
Yes, they
right?
do. They do.
Right? So detox the body. And so then changing your relationship with food, like before we even, like we're not even at the point where we're considering bariatric surgery. How do we change our relationship to food and how
Look
we
in your
approach it?
cupboard.
Okay.
Look in your cupboard and see what is it that you don't use. Clean out your, basically clean out your love, which is your kitchen,
Right.
because that holds all your good stuff. You know, go through your cabinets, take out the spices you don't use, take out anything you don't use, and then think about, how is this benefiting me? You have to really dig deep inside yourself. How is this benefiting me? I don't need that. I don't need marshmallows. I don't need that. Marshmallows actually have pork in there. I don't want that.
Oh
you
my
know,
God.
there's a lot of things people don't know.
Right.
Take the time to read it. Get in tune with yourself. And then do some research. It's
Yeah.
okay. The more you're on your phone 24/7 anyway, Google.
Right.
And then also, you know, a lot of people don't know what are some things to start with, and we are working on a book.
Yes.
That's a
Fantastic.
Yes.
that's a quick read.
Yes.
And it gives you
gives you
kind of like
my
your grocery
grocery
list of how you can
Love
get
it.
started to do
Love
that.
it.
So
The
Love it.
BariGirl approved grocery list, down to vegetables, down to fruit. I stick with a lot of vegetables.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the priority.
vegetables are
there.
great fillers, you know, as well as they're good for you, but it's
Exactly.
just multiple,
fill you up.
but they're great fillers.
We, you know, Mom was mentioning growing up, they didn't have all this fast food stuff, you know, and
No.
and you know, and
we weren't overweight.
that was another thing. I couldn't
Right.
believe that. roller skating and all that. You were so active then.
Right, but everybody had a garden.
Yeah.
And it just was limited process.
And
food.
so what I did, I was like, okay, well, I was around Grandma a lot. She had her garden. I had to dig back to my roots. So stick to what it comes from the earth. Your fruits, your vegetables, your grains.
Right.
So
And,
as much
you know,
as a plant-based diet
plant-based
as
diet.
possible.
Mm-hmm.
It's just
It's just so
take
much
the
better.
time to read the label. It's okay.
What are you looking for on the label?
Or
You're looking to avoid, well, here's the thing. I make everyone avoid less than 25 carbs, less than 25 sugars.
Okay.
Those are your two focuses. Stick to protein, but you want less than 25 carbs, 25 sugars.
Yeah.
At least get about 40 to 50, maybe 60 grams of protein a day.
Yeah.
right,
Mhm.
and the less labels, the better. So that means you need
Right.
to go to the fruits and vegetables.
Shop on the outside of the market.
Shop on the
Right.
outside.
It's
where
the most
it is.
healthiest.
Yeah.
The peripheral of the
Yeah.
where the good stuff is.
Right. Exactly. The
And,
freshest stuff.
Yeah,
It's
and
too
I mean,
processed inside.
Right.
It
I
is.
mean, even
Right.
go for fresh. If you have to not go fresh, go for the frozen veggies, not the canned.
Exactly. Yeah, because cans also have BPA in them.
There you go.
Who knew?
Totally.
And so, okay, so approaching fresh, educating yourself about the food, doing the research, limiting the carbs and the sugars. Now, so what about changing our mental attitude toward food? Do you have anything, like a tip about that? Changing how you think about food and how you think about feeding your body.
If you look at it from the vantage point of how can I show myself that I love myself enough to make conscious choices.
Ah, I'm going to cry now.
Love yourself enough to make the change.
Yeah.
Love yourself.
that.
Because you have to.
You have to. Nobody's going to do it
No,
for you.
No, you make the best choices for your loved ones. How about
Yes.
making the best choices for you, the loved one?
And then
Oh my gosh, I
Your-
love that, Linda.
your little loved ones as well. Your
Right.
you know, I wanted her to be around for her grandbaby and you know, and for me and you know, and just and it can become emotional.
Mm-hmm.
But
It
sometimes that's what it takes
To
to
break
make the
through.
change.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
To
Yeah.
make your body more efficient, and to love yourself enough to make the change. You have to make
Yeah.
the change.
And
You
that's
have
all
to.
over our website. Love yourself
is.
enough.
To make the change. Make it count.
Yeah.
Make it all
Yeah. We
count.
call them hot mic. Hot make it count.
Hot
tips.
mic tips.
Hot
Yeah.
mic. The mic is hot.
I love it. Make it count.
Make it
Mike,
count.
I love it. And so so somebody's been detoxing. They've been eating well. They've been loving themselves and wanting to make a positive change. How do you know when you're ready for bariatric surgery?
Well, you have a conversation with your primary physician, number one, and tell them that, you know, I've tried this and I've tried that. I need to take it a step further. And I would like to talk to him or her about bariatric surgery because you have to get your primary doctor's approval
Yeah.
to go to these surgeons. So I would say have a frank conversation with your doctor and tell them your struggles.
Mm-hmm. Now, is bariatric surgery covered by insurance?
A lot. Mine was covered. Kiley's was covered. More companies have insurance that they're adding that bariatric rider,
Yes.
meaning that that they are approving surgeries because they want to fix the issues on the front end as
Right.
opposed to triple the cost of of obesity on the back end.
And all the complications rising
Yes.
from it. Absolutely.
Yes.
I was
Right.
preventative care. That's because
Yes.
of her history. And they took my dad's history, my mom's history. They saw his heart conditions,
Yes.
and they saw, just things with him. And then they saw mom's type 1, and then her blood pressure. Things like that. They just said preventative care. We're going to do it. We see you're going down the wrong way. We need to fix this.
Yeah.
So a lot more
They
insurance
covered it.
companies are realizing, look, we've got to fix this before it gets to this 10 times
Right.
expense. We've got to do the expense times 2 as opposed
Yes.
to times 10.
Oh man.
So it's becoming a lot more commonplace, and bariatric surgery, the cost is also going down because more people are getting it. So it's a little more It's a little more
Yes.
cost effective for people who have to pay out of pocket.
Yes, and making sure you choose a center of excellence
That's correct.
for your bariatric surgery is
Yes.
very important. A
Right.
center of excellence.
Yes.
That's what you want to look for bariatric surgery. You know that it's safe, that the insurance approves it, that they are community supported, and nationwide supported, because being a center of excellence is a magnificent thing. You can guarantee good care.
And we're also going to have centers of excellence for the 50 states on our website very soon.
That way, it
Oh,
will
you
help
are?
you
Yes.
guys.
Yes.
It will give you a nice guide.
Yeah, they'll give you
to
some
these people.
choices in each state, places you can go.
Yeah.
Oh, that
And these
I-
are all centers of excellence.
centers of excellence. So I'm sure there's criteria to
Oh,
become
that they
a center
have
of
to
excellence.
meet. Yes.
Right, absolutely. Right, absolutely.
And it's a very tight and harsh criteria.
Oh, I'm
so
sure.
for them to get this honor, that's a big deal.
And so is St. Luke's, because you're the
Center of
face
excellence.
yeah,
Yes.
right, the face of that. And so of course getting support on this journey too.
Oh, yeah.
You know, if the rest of your family is still having these big Super Bowl parties and
Yes.
buffets and
Yes.
all this stuff, that makes, that's a
It's a challenge.
It's a challenge.
It's a challenge. So that you won't fail, and then you should, eat at home the
Yeah.
things that you should be eating, and then when you're there, find typically everyone has a vegetable bowl.
Yeah, they do.
right.
You
They all
know,
have a vegetable.
They have possibly veggies.
Fruits and
raw
veggies.
fruits and veggies.
Right.
And so you eat at home, and then go for your fruits and veggies, and make sure you're drinking your fruit infused water,
Right.
or just a bottled water when you're there. That way you
Yes.
won't fail
Yes.
with that.
Right. I'm sure finding other things to do as a family, like game night or something that's
yeah.
not revolving
Oh, yeah.
around food.
The things that you
Exactly.
could not do before surgery.
Yes.
Or
Yeah.
you didn't do before
Or
surgery.
maybe family bike ride, or family hike.
Exactly.
And that's
exactly.
and exercise is also
Right.
crucial for success. Exercise for Kiley, she's told me many times it clears her mind.
It does.
Sure.
So we know how the psyche plays so much
Oh,
into
it's my love.
this surgery. She does. I mean, she exercises every day, whereas I'll do laps in the pool because
Right.
I don't like to exercise, but I know it's important.
Yeah.
So I had to find something that I liked, so that I could still stay on task.
And not hear my mouth.
Yes, because she's something.
I'm like, what are you eating?
Yeah.
What are you doing, Mom? So even right after the surgery, you haven't lost the weight yet. How do you get started with exercising before you've begun to make it comfortable to exercise?
I would say start at home. Start off with some crunches. Get used to the things you used to do when you were in high school and you were in the gym class. Okay, do your 10 jumping jacks. Start off with 5, and do maybe 5 jumping jacks, 5 push-ups, 5 sit-ups.
You can walk up and down the stairs.
Up and down the stairs. If
Up
you
and
don't
down
have
the stairs.
stairs, just walk all the way down the hallway, walk all the way back, walk all the way down until you reach a mile or so.
Yeah.
There is no excuse. So there's always a way you can get something done. But that is a way to start off slow. Start off at home. Start off with 5 jumping jacks. Remember gym class, people.
Right, and then there's also things can they do as they're walking down the hall. They can have cans of
Move your
veggies
arms.
or something,
Right, carry your
and use that to move
swing your
swing your
arms.
arms as
Yes.
you're walking up and down the hall. That is totally zero cost
And that
for
gets
you.
your heart rate up. And the more you get your heart rate up, the more calories you burn, the more your metabolism builds, and the more energy that you can really store for later. Okay?
I love it.
It's wonderful.
Yeah.
Love it, love it. Now, I did want to talk a bit about the surgery itself. I understand there's different types. Did you have the same type?
No.
No? Okay.
And I think they did that one on purpose, though.
Really?
Because I was the first single incision gastric sleeve
Oh, interesting.
at
So you-
22. I
you
was
were
the
a
youngest.
guinea pig.
I was.
Yeah,
It was.
and hers
That's a lot of
requires.
trust.
I know.
actual cutting and removing of the stretchable portion of the stomach, and what's
Yes.
left is an actual sleeve of a stomach.
Like a half of a
name.
banana.
You've got a little banana instead of a sack.
There you go.
Yeah, and for me, I had the gastric bypass where
Yes.
they reroute a portion of the intestines, so you just don't have as much food that's sticking to you. So the stomach was stapled but not removed,
Right.
but it's still a small pouch. So
That sounds like major surgery.
I
Totally.
thought so too, but when I woke up, I was like, "Did you do it?"
She said that,
Did you
and
have
I was
the
just like,
surgery?
I feel like a hot tamale, a burrito wrapped up, and I just can't even breathe. Help! Help!
Now that's how she felt, but I thought it was gonna be like my insides would be stirred up because of the rerouting of the intestines. But when I woke up, I was like, I don't feel any different. He's like, well, you shouldn't if it's done correctly.
Oh my God.
So I was
my
like,
God.
oh,
Kylie,
okay then.
regretting your choices
Oh my
there.
God, I was like,
Wishing you had the
oh.
other.
Yeah.
But then that's the thing. They pick it. We don't.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Well, they know best.
Because
That's
they
right.
think of acid reflux. And
Right.
The reason why
Right.
he chose the sleep for me is he's like, okay, well, this is a new procedure I want to do on you. You don't have acid reflux problems. You don't have any other of these problems that they tell
Sure.
us not to use. So I want to do it. I want to do
Yeah,
it. I just kind of looked at him like, okay.
Like, I trust you.
yeah.
Yeah. It was like, here's my stomach.
Do with it what you will.
Enjoy.
Yeah, they
I'm like,
definitely select based on what's best for your body.
No, that's
get you.
best.
It is
That's-
up
they
to
know.
them.
That's best.
Yeah.
Because they look at your health history, they pull from your primary care doctor, in Mom's case, her endocrinologist as well,
Sure.
and they say, okay, so this is the most beneficial for you.
And the one item I need to add was I had the lap band. And a lot of people have the lap band. And what the lap band is, it's where they put a band around your stomach so that you can only eat a small amount. Well, mine kept slipping and I was throwing up all the time. So
no.
I had to have that removed. And it was also damaging to my internal tummy. So that's one reason why I had
It is
to.
a foreign object, people.
Yeah, and it was a foreign object, and ultimately
You
the
don't-
hardware inside would have to be replaced.
And the
Oh
scar
my
tissue had built it up around
Yeah.
her band.
That's right.
Oh, no, Linda.
So they had
Yes.
to cut through the scar tissue to get to the band. Okay, this is what the doctor told me. He had to cut through it to get to the band. Okay? It is not supposed to last more than 5 years.
Right.
Really?
Right.
So you get it removed?
You have to have it removed or you're
you
going
don't
to have
have to have
complications.
it. You have to have those bad hardware that's inside removed, whether it's the port or whether it's the band that's around the stomach. So yes.
Oh my gosh. Well, so this is not something you enter into lightly.
Oh no.
No,
And that's
no,
why
no.
failure it cannot be an option. This is your last resort.
Yes.
This is major surgery, people. This isn't just
Wow.
one of those fad diets. It's not.
That's right.
No,
It's
it's
not.
altering your digestive system.
And that's why I had to change my whole lifestyle. This has to be
Yeah.
taken seriously.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Doggone it, I'm not going to let you fail.
No?
You're part of my Bari family. We're not going to fail. We're not going to have that.
Right, and so it's a bit tough when Kylie and I will hear we call them Bari bullies when they
Oh,
say,
yeah.
"Oh, you could have done it with diet and exercise," and I'm like, "Well, now if that's the case, then why is 80% of America obese? If it's that easy, people need help." Just like they need help with emotional issues or any other
Absolutely.
thing. They need help, and there's no shame in getting help.
No.
it isn't.
That's the biggest thing. There's no shame in
Part is
getting help.
accepting the fact that you need help and accept the fact that you failed. Once you can that, you have to be able to let go and
Let
let,
it go.
other people help you.
Let it go, because ultimately it's you that will be healthy. So
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I can see how continued support would really help in this
Oh, yeah.
and be essential. Now, I've also heard about people and I've known people who've had weight loss surgery and they've lost so much weight so quickly that they need to tighten their skin. They have excess skin. Was that the case for either of you?
Not for me.
Okay.
I would like to have a tummy tuck, but it's not imperative. But yes, a lot of times people have to have the excess skin removed. And that isn't covered by insurance unless you're having serious complications
Right.
with the
With your apron, they call it.
well, yes, unless
Yeah.
you're having serious complications with
Yes.
skin breakdown.
Right.
Then I believe it is.
Infection can get in there, and that's another thing
Oh.
they have to worry about because your incisions and things like that.
Yeah.
So
And
they do
usually-
have to sometimes go back in, but insurance will cover it if it's
Medically necessary.
Exactly.
Yeah.
If it's medically necessary, absolutely.
But I'd rather have some excess skin than having excess 100 pounds.
Absolutely.
So
In my youth, played a lot.
yeah.
into it.
Oh, I'm
She
sure it
didn't
did.
have
22 years old.
Yeah.
You
I was
kind
able
of spring
to
back.
tone that up. I mean,
Yes.
it was like in 1 year I lost 189 pounds.
That's insane.
That's the thing. That's what I'm telling you. But I
Right.
lost that, and a lot of that was that exercise and all that stuff that I stick to. You have
Right.
to stick to it.
You do.
Consistency
It's a
is
life
key.
span. Yeah. Yeah, that is your life now.
Exactly.
And it has to be.
Absolutely.
I mean, this is a total body makeover inside to out.
Yes. And it's interesting that you mentioned a lot about the psyche.
Absolutely.
We are actually in the March-April issue of Healthy Kansas City magazine.
Yeah.
That
I
magazine
saw
is
that. That's
available
awesome.
at CVS's in Overland Park, Olathe.
Here in the Kansas City area.
Yes,
Greater
and
Kansas City
online.
area.
And it's online too.
And it's on-
Excellent. Again, the name of the magazine is?
Healthy Kansas City.
Excellent.
It's the March/April issue. We're on page 41, and we talk a lot about the psyche in relation to bariatric weight loss surgery.
Oh, absolutely.
Yes.
As a Reiki master, I always look at the energy, and I would suggest that even getting follow-up energy work would be very helpful because
I agree.
we're cutting into the solar plexus chakra.
Yes.
Feelings of loss of control and loss of power are held in the solar plexus.
Yes.
The mouth and the throat, always involved in, having to satisfy these
palate.
cravings and things. Our communication, this throat chakra. So I would even recommend that energetic work be part of the
It
package.
needs to
I
be.
agree.
It
I think
needs to
so.
be.
Because we with the chakras, we understand the power of the emotions.
Oh, man.
Communication and feeling heard is in the throat, and of course the solar plexus being the seat of our power and our own will. So yeah, I think that should be part of the package.
I agree.
Maybe we start a package of
that.
services,
Oh, yeah.
I love it.
right? So
You would love it.
you would
Everybody
love
would
it.
love it.
Yes, everyone, because everyone, whether you've had weight loss surgery or not, everyone needs help with making better choices in relation to food.
Oh, they really do. And again, you can eat the kale, you can drink the infused
man.
water, you can do the exercise.
But if this isn't right,
And this isn't right.
this isn't right.
Exactly. Right? So,
right.
again, the website is BariGirls.com, BARI girls.com.
That's right.
And we're here with Linda Donaldson and Kiley, I know I'm going to blow this, W. Bowles.
That's right.
Woo! KWB.
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 That's right.
Right?
That's
So-
right. I'm here. I'm
The
here.
dynamic duo.
Yeah.
Watch them on Fox 4, watch them online. These girls are going far. Thank you so much for joining
This
me
was
today.
wonderful.
I love
This is
it.
so much fun.
I love it.
You guys are fun.
Do it
so
again.
This is my
oh my God.
sister.
Oh, I know.
Do it again.
Yeah, we'll have you back on again, okay?
Let's do it.
Let's do that. All right.
Radiate Wellness is a community of holistic and alternative healers and consultants based in the Kansas City area, dedicated to helping you create spiritual, energetic, and physical well-being. To learn more about our practitioners, services, classes, and events, or to schedule an appointment, visit us at radiatewellnesscommunity.com.